Rudolph the red-nosed beer nose had a very shiny beard.
You are supposed to let me say something before you start singing.
And if you ever drank it, you would even think it's beer. All of the other drinkers. Sainsbury's, redeem yourself.
Please, please, please supply us with something that's worth drinking this time. For those of you who haven't seen already, we've already drunk a London Porter which wasn't from London, and it tasted meh.
It was alright.
It was meh. Yeah. And last week, if you didn't see it, Emma supplied us with what is probably the most disgusting, awful IPA I have ever drunk in my life. It looked like fizzy iron brew and tasted like watered down fizzy pissing lager. Please, Sainsbury's, you've got one more chance in this Christmas pack. Please.
Save Christmas for me. Save Christmas.
In fact, thus far, Josh, I'm quite ashamed that I bought this for you actually for Christmas.
I won't hold it against you, but Sainsbury's is the one to blame.
This is consumer advice for the people of YouTube.
Do you know it has done something though?
What's that?
It has lived up to its name. Taste the difference.
Yeah.
The difference between good beer and crap beer.
I'll put it this way, this is what the fifth episode we've done of this.
Something like that.
And I remember having two very nice beers right at the beginning. It was aeons ago, but I remember having some very nice beer. And the past 2 weeks I've just had some shite. So I'm starting to dread doing this show because I know I've got some shite coming my way.
Do you know, I don't even remember what we've got left now.
So, neither can I.
It better be good.
Shall I have a look?
Get it out of the box.
The very last beer we've got from what's left of the box is traditional Kentish ale. This one is also brewed by Shepherd's Neame in Kent, but at least it lives up to his name. It's Kentish ale from Kent, which is good. And this one's also done by David Holmes, which last time your beer wasn't that bad, so it's okay.
It was better than Emma's.
This is 4.5%. It's floral and citrusy. I've heard that before. Aromas with rounded hoppy notes.
Hoppy. It's alright then.
Smooth and fruity with crisp, refreshing flavours. And still the same old bollocks from Sainsbury's on there. And if I go...
They're not going to change it now.
If I look on the back, it says traditional Kentish ale, a smooth and fruity beer bursting with refreshing flavours of citrus fruits.
Fruits.
Combined with rounded malty notes. Interesting.
Don't disappoint, Kent.
That's very interesting actually, because on the back it says rounded malty notes. On the front it says with rounded hoppy notes.
Make up your mind, Kent.
Do you want to tell us something? Has this got both in? Wouldn't that be much easier to write on the front?
Malty? Or is it hoppy? Is it just a rounded beer? We'll find out, I suppose.
We will. But it does say, this crisp and citrusy beer is produced in Kent by the UK's oldest brewer, Shepherd Neame. Quite keen to point that out. Old doesn't mean good. Who have been making beer on the site since 1698. I hope you changed your tap since then.
Historical taps.
It is brewed using a single hop variety, early bird, to give it a light, malty beer with fresh floral aromas.
They keep stating that, don't they?
They do actually, they do like pointing it out. But to be honest...
If it's not citrusy, floral or hoppy or malty, I'm going to be disappointed.
Through the wonders of editing, you can probably also see that this one also has a pigeon on the front, although it's a slightly different pigeon.
It's a bigger pigeon. A swanny pigeon.
But this one definitely looks a lot more up my street than the other two.
Definitely.
I think
it wasn't my thing, and that other beer that shan't be mentioned.
Oh.
Emma's toilet water. Well,
but yeah. I think this is definitely more up my street. Although maybe I'm biased, maybe that's a bit unfair. But just on appearance's sake, it isn't going to score any higher than either of the other two. I'm going to rate this just on the bottle alone only fact, I can see what it looks like. It barely need to pour it. I don't know if you can see there, but it's also a very goldeny sort of colour.
Amber, sort of.
Yeah, and that
hue.
golden amber sort of colour. Well, it says here actually this is a blonde ale. So, fair enough. All in all, I think, just on appearance's sake, I'm going to give that a 4. I don't know about you, Josh.
I'll reserve judgment until it's poured.
Right, so let's open the Kentish Ale and see what is what.
The moment of truth. Will this be a disappointing Christmas? Will Kent redeem itself? Let's try it. Well, let's have a look then. It's, I wouldn't have said particularly blonde, but it is, again, quite amber. Appearance. The bottle's pretty straightforward. If it went for the Sainsbury's thing, it might even look like a bottle you could buy in the shop.
Well, the colour is similar to, it is similar to last time. It does look a little bit iron brewy sort of colour, but it's a bit darker, so it wouldn't immediately look like that. And there's not as much fizz as there was last time.
It's a little bit bubbly though.
It is a little bit bubbly, but not as much as last time, so...
It might be the fact that we've got it in a lager glass, which has
say you have
grating on the bottom.
Well, this one doesn't.
Oh, right. So it is naturally bubbly. Alright, well, we're going to have a smell first, as I do. It's not very strong. Not very strong smell.
I can't see what they mean by the mix of hops and
malt.
Hops and malt. It does.
Alright, well, on appearance, I'll give it a 6, I think.
I think 5.
Alright then. Let's do the taste test then. Let's moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Great minds drink alike.
They certainly do.
Now that is much, much better.
My favourite of the 3.
Definitely.
Not my favourite ale, but
that is definitely the most drinkable. It's definitely the most enjoyable of the pack of 3.
It hasn't ruined my Christmas, at the very least.
So we can say quite safely that David Holmes knows more about brewing than Emma Bollocks.
Actually,
whatever her name was.
Speaking of Christmas, you're not wearing your hat again.
I told you I don't like wearing the hat.
Do you want to wear mine?
I'd rather wear that. I'd rather not wear any hat, but I would rather wear that than not wear what I wore last time.
Right, you're wearing it. You might as well pass me yours as well.
I can't. I threw it away.
Retrieve it.
You want me to go out pouring through the rubbish and find that hat?
Yes.
When I've got beer in front of me.
Just use your magic powers. It's not Christmas without a hat. There we go. Yay.
I cannot understand the sort of shite that you eat around Christmas. Bloody hell.
Oh. This sort of shite I drink around Christmas.
Well, I'd say that's a bit harsh for this one. I'm enjoying
for this one. Until now. The stuff I've been drinking until now.
This one is definitely the best out of Sainsbury's 3.
Yes.
Out of...
Would you drink this in a pub? Would you at least try it, I think?
If by some miracle Sainsbury's decided to open their own pub and they had traditional Kentish... Well, if I was presented with the choice of the 3 that we've had...
Oh, straight away. Yeah.
Well, out of a porter, an IPA and a traditional ale, or a traditional bitter, I'd definitely be moving towards a traditional bitter. I'm definitely a traditional bitter man. I'm from Yorkshire, so that's kind of a given thing.
Goes with territory.
I do like traditional bitters, and I think this one, without shadow or question of doubt, is my favourite out of the three in taste wise.
Not the best Christmas present in the world, but it's not ruined my Christmas. I think it has just about.
Put it this way, at least
salvaged it.
between us, we've saved the people of YouTube from making the same mistake as us.
Well, next Christmas.
Yes, next Christmas.
Actually, that makes me think. Are we going to do this again next year? You're going to get me another box? Or shall we save the disappointment?
We'll have to wait and see.
We shall wait and see.
So, here's a critical question. Is it interesting?
Is it interesting? I think we can mark it interesting. It gets points for being interesting, at least. For we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know if it would be better. Would it outshine the other two?
Well, if we think about it this way, it's probably fairer to rate this beer as an individual rather than part of the three.
Yes.
It's better to say, if this bottle was on a shelf in any supermarket, as it is like that.
Minus the Sainsbury's label.
Well, even with the Sainsbury's label, it's a part of the bottle.
I suppose.
Would you be inclined to pick it up, or if it was in a pub, if it was on tap in a pub,
If it
would
was
you be
on
inclined
tap,
to drink it?
I might give it a chance.
Well, if I was presented with the choice of the three from this pack, that's definitely my favourite. Even in appearance's sake, just in the name, it's definitely
Hands down.
way more.
There's no nonsense with it.
It looks more like a nice beer, and I've drank it and I've enjoyed it thus far, so it's definitely my favourite out of the three.
It's labelled as it's brewed, you know. Kept.
Well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we didn't actually put a number to our tasting, did we?
Did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
In fact, just to go back to that, I'm sorry the people of YouTube if we confused you. We've confused the people of YouTube. YouTube is broken.
I think I've confused myself.
Must be the hat.
Yeah.
But either way, yes, to recap, tasting, I will give this a 7.
I think to be generous, I'll go with a 7 too. Probably just because I've compared it to the other two.
It is a little bit unfair at this point in time.
Yeah, it's a little bias. I mean, I don't know. Did I give I gave a 6 to the piddle, didn't I? The other week.
However long ago it was. Yes, I think it was a good few weeks ago.
I don't know. I wouldn't have. I'm going to change my mark. I don't think I'd go with a 7 because this isn't better than the piddle.
Back to the 6. I think it's as good as.
Yeah, I can't really give it a low score because it's done better than the other two in the box.
If I'm honest, I prefer that to the piddle whittle.
Right, okay. It's personal
That's
taste.
definitely to me. I prefer the aftertaste of this to the piddle in the, what was it, piddle in the?
I don't remember. Piddle in a boat.
It's got the name is probably conveniently showing at the bottom of your screen right now. But
Alright.
we can't remember.
I'll put it on I'll put it on par with 6 then. It's a 6.
I'm still sticking with my 7.
Alright then.
Interest.
It's interesting. It's interest wise, it was just interesting to see if it would be better than the other two. I think we've already said that.
I think we have.
To sum it up then.
I'm going to give that a 6 for interest.
And overall?
A 6.
Yeah. Gets a solid 6 from me too. There's a good consensus on that actually.
So that means we've done what? We've done the 3 hellish ales of Sainsbury's.
Taste the difference.
But that means next week or after Christmas we will be able to go back to normal beers. We're done by normal brewers, not by people pretending to be brewers. Which means we can get off this.
Try again, Emma. Or don't, because you'll only disappoint. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Emma.
Merry Christmas. Bye.